Okay. Hello, dear friends. Good evening. Such a beautiful, beautiful evening. So let's continue to learn about Egyptian mythology. And last time we talked about Ra, the Shining One, the creation of the gods. The earth, the sky, the moist, all those stories. And today we are going to talk about the birth of Osiris. Osiris. Some people pronounce it Osiris. Maybe that's the right pronunciation. So the birth of Osiris. When the world was new, Gab, the earth, Gab was the earth, right? And Nut, the sky. Gab was the earth, Nut was the sky. Gab and Nut lay together in a close embrace. They hugged each other, they embraced each other as one person. They were so close, just inseparable. For they loved one another dearly and would not be separated. It's like one person. So when Ra, the Shining One, the Almighty, when Ra, R-A, saw that the beautiful goddess Nut loved Gab much, much more than she loved himself. Nut loved Gab more than loved Ra. And so, of course, what can you think? He was jealous. He was very angry and filled himself with jealous anger. He ordered Shu is the air, to come between the lovers, to come between Gab and Nu, or let the air come between the earth and sky. Come between, to separate them, to keep them separated. So at Ra's command, at Ra's request, Shu the air raised Nut, raised her body above his head on outstretched arm and kept her there. So it's, how do you think about it? It's like you put your hand, hold them close together. Just imagine these are two persons, and then the air gets through and blow between them, and blow the upper body to the sky, to blow the upper body up, the body in the upper part up. So it form an arch, almost an arch, and in the middle, separating force is the air. And Nut was stretching out her body, and Nut was her fingertip touching the earth, and the toe tip touching the end, and her body is like a rainbow, hanging in the sky, or just like a rainbow bridge on the sky. So that the sky arch over the earth, right? Because the earth is gap, gap is the earth. Nut could now only gaze down longingly at Gap, because Nut, she could not reach. There was air in between. She could only look down at Gap, looking downward, longingly, just with love, with desire, looking down, because she could not get close to Gap, since she could touch him only with her feet, the toes, which still rested on the east horizon, and with her fingertip, which she stressed down towards him in the west. So on the east was her feet, her toe, and on the west was her fingertip. So he was like a rainbow. Nevertheless, it was not long after this that Thoth, the Ibis-headed god of wisdom, came to Ra with news that greatly disappointed Ra. Nut, the lady of the skies, is, I will hold on this. So we remember that Thoth, Thoth, was the god of wisdom. He knows everything. He is the most knowledgeable. He created, invented, writing, created, invented, number system, created, invented, the calendar, and very, it's more knowledgeable than a university professor. It's just the most powerful, most knowledgeable God. And Thoth has a face of Ibis head. You know, in Egyptian hieroglyph, the people's face, or the gods, are having sometimes a bird head, a lion head, a human body, a bird body. It's a combination. It's a metaphorical combination of different human and animals. So Thoth was a god that with Ibis head. It's a bird with a long beak, long and curly beak. It's a little bit like an eagle, that kind of shape. So Thoth told Ra. Ra was jealous, right? And to his even more disappointment, he got news from Thoth. Nut, the lady of the skies, is expecting a child, he said. He said, and if he gives birth to a son, to a boy, this boy will one day replace you as ruler of Egypt. Oh my. Now Thoth was Lord of all knowledge, both human and divine. He was master of all the arts and science, and it was he who taught the people of the earth the art of writing and the use of numbers. He invented hieroglyph and plotted the course of the stars in the sky. He was the great magician who could foresee the future, just almighty. So Ra was angry and troubled when he heard Thoth's words. When he heard that that Nut, the sky, was expecting a baby, was very, very angry. For he knew that they would come to pass unless a way could be found around them. So he was very angry. He was very angry. He need to find a way to stop this. No child of Nut shall take my throne from me. I will not allow that, he cried, for Nut shall never have a child, because I just do not allow her to have a child. I, who created time and divided the years and numbered the days of the year to be 360, now curse Nut with this curse. She has Ra has created everything. Now he cursed Nut with this curse. He cursed with this curse. What is this curse? That she shall not be able to give us in any hour of the day, in any year. Nut does not have any right to give us, to give birth at any hour of any day, in any year, neither in this year nor in any other year to come. Ra was triumphant, for he imagined that in his cleverness he had found a way to defeat Thoth's prophecy. Even though its words might be true, their truth could not matter. Right? Because he did not give the time for Nut to give birth. Even Ra said, even Thoth said the truth that Nut is expecting a baby. Even this is truth. The truth does not matter because there is no time for it. Nut heard Ra's words and wept bitterly. She was crying. Her grief was so great that all the gods felt sorry for her. But they knew that the words of Ra could never be unsaid. He already said it, and you cannot take back his words. He will not take back his words. His words means his words. His words means the law, the rule, the condition, the everything. Thoth was especially moved by her tears, for he loved Nut, and it was his prophecy that had caused her sorrow. Thoth also loved Nut because she's just a very nice woman, right? Sky, very nice. And so Ra thought very sorry because the Thoth felt very sorry because his words caused that Nut to have to get through the miserable situation. Nut is the sky, right? He told her. So Thoth, the god of wisdom, told Nut, the sky, he told her not to lose all hope, for he had a scheme in mind that would defeat Ra's curse. he had a plan. And that plan can defeat Ra's curse. Thoth went to his friend Khons, Khons, Khons the moon god, and suggested that they should while away the night in playing draughts. They should go away while the night in playing draughts. Oh, so Thoth went to the moon god. Let's go to play. And it's night time. Let's go to play. Khons was very ready for a game. Khons, the moon god, was all ready. He was staying there by himself all the time. Finally, someone came to him and want to play a game, and this guy is Thoth, the god of wisdom, of course. Yeah. So he was very ready. The moon was ready, very ready. But the loser pays a forfeit. You pay. Whoever loses will pay, Thoth added. Very well, agreed. Pay. It's okay. I need to play. I do not care about money. I do not care about payment. So the moon god, Khons, was very happy. So they settled down to play, and Thoth won the first game easily. What do I have to pay you? The moon god Khons asked. Well, he's an honorable person, right? He's an honorable god. If he loses the game, he pays. Just a little of your moonlight. I do not need more, Thoth said. Nothing more, just a little bit of what you have, the moonlight. He is god of moon, of course. Khons smiled at this, for he had plenty of moonlight to share. Of course, I am the god of moon. Of course, I have plenty. He paid the forfeit and demanded another game, for he was determined to beat Thoth sooner or later. Maybe now, maybe later, but I'm determined to win the game. They played a second game, then another, and another, and another. They just played the game. The result was always the same, for Thoth was a player, but nobody could beat. Because Thoth was a player that not any person in this world can beat him. He's the god of wisdom. Of course, he has all the skill. He had all the skills, the knowledge, and the wisdom to conquer, to play with anybody and keep winning, right? Khons was forced to part with more and more and more and more moonlight. His beam grew weaker and weaker and weaker until they could hardly light the night at all. And from the time of that unlucky drought game, the moon has not been able to shine as bright, even the moon has not been able to shine as bright every night as it used to. It has to hold its light carefully, and some nights are very dark. The moon shows its full face only once a month. How interesting. This is the moon phase. The moon every month has one time full phase, has one time skinny no moon, right? That's the moon phase. Thoth had won so much light that when he added it all together, there was enough to make 5 whole days. He slipped these days in between the end of the old year and the beginning of the new, so that they were not part of each year. Yeah, because in Egyptian calendar, each year had 360 days. And in truth, there are actually 365 days. So these 5 days is because Thoth has gathered all the light. And these 5 days does not belong to any year. How smart! Wow! So it was not part of any year. So during these 5 extra days, Nut's 5 children were born. So Nut could give birth because it was not in any time of the day, of the year, of the month, of the week, of the year, because it was not in the year, right? That's so smart. So Nut had 5 children. Those 5 children were born. First, her sons, Osiris, on the first day. Aries, upon the second. The second son is Osiris, and Set upon the third. The third son is Set. Then her daughters, 2 daughters, Isis or Isis upon the 4th day, and Nephthys upon the 5th day. So Nut, the sky, had 5 children: Osiris, Osiris, Aries, Osiris, Aries, Set, Isis, and Nephthys, 5 of them. Ra was furious to discover that he had been outwitted. He was played. Even he said that because that 5 days outside the calendar. He was too late to prevent it, but he declared that in future he would claim these 5 days as his own and fit them into his years, which then would have 365 days each, just as they do today. But at the beginning, there were only 360 days, and that 5 children was born before the calendar becomes 365 days. The birth of Nut's eldest son, Osiris, was marked by a great marvel. A voice spoke from hands no one knew, says, "The Lord of all is born." Wow. And in the course of the time this came to pass, for Osiris became first the king of the living, and then the king of the dead. How this happened, the next 4 stories will tell you. In the meantime, Nut entrusted her firstborn to Thoth. So the firstborn was Osiris or Osiris. Osiris was the god of all living and all dead. Oh my goodness, he was the most powerful, right? The Lord of all is born. Yeah, the Lord of all. Yeah. Nut entrusted her firstborn to Thoth, who brought him up in secret, away from the anger of Ra. The Lord of all is born. The Lord of all, the highest Lord, is born. So this is the story of the birth of Osiris or Osiris, the first son of Nut, the sky. 天子. In Chinese, we have a saying, 天子, son of sky, is the Chinese way to say the emperor, to say the most powerful emperor. 天子, son of the sky. Wow, what a coincidence with Greek mythology and Egyptian mythology, and especially here with Egyptian mythology. That's so interesting, so interesting. Bye-bye, friends. I love you. I really do. Do. Goo, bye, bye.